Tonight's lesson is lesson 84, which is mean, median, mode, and range. And I know that we touched on this in 4th grade, but they just want to refresh you again, and we're just going to go through each of them again. So first, go ahead, write down mean, and the definition of mean is, or another word could be the average, in which we add all of the numbers up and divide by how many numbers we added. So, for example, I have some names: Sam, Paul, Dominic, Olivia, Eli, Rachel, and Sophia, and the number of letters in their names, okay? So what I want to do is find the average number of letters in this group of students. So, to find the average, I add them all up and then divide by how many I have. So I would go ahead and do 3 plus 4 plus 7 plus 6 plus 3 plus 6 plus 6 again, add them all up, and when I add them up I get 35, and I divide by how many numbers I had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I divide by 7, and 35 divided by 7 equals 5. So the average number of letters in this group of students and their names is 5 letters. So 5 is my average. Now sometimes when you divide, it won't be an even 5, it could be 5.5, but that's okay because we're just trying to find the average amount of numbers. Alright, let's go ahead and do the next one. It said find the mean of 2, 7, 4, and 3. So go ahead and add them all up. Alright, when you add them up you get 19. Now what is the problem that I have to do to find the average? Alright, so I added them up and I divide by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm just going to put over here, let's see, 19 divided by 5. Alright, 5 goes into 19 how many times? It goes in an even 3. 3 times 5, 15. Minus and I have 4. Do I have any number to bring down? No. So my remainder is 4. But we learned a couple weeks ago, or a couple months ago, how to turn my remainder into a fraction. So I take 3, 4 is my remainder out of how many? 5. So the average of these numbers, of these 5 numbers, would be 3 4/5. That is my average. Alright, now we're on to the median. And the median is when we put all of our numbers in order from smallest to biggest, arranged in numerical order. It is that middle number. So what I have here, go ahead and write that definition: middle number of a data set when the data are arranged in numerical order. So this is supposed to be September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, and May, and these are the number of rainy days in that month right here. So what I'm going to do is when I get a group of numbers, most of the times I usually put them in order already, even if I'm asking for the mean or the mode or the range, just in case. So I'm going to go ahead and put them in order. So I have a 1, and I cross it off, then a 2, good, then a 3, no 4, 5, 5, 5, 5, and a 6, 7, 7, and 8. Alright, and now median, I need to find the middle number. Guess I can move that up a little bit for you. The middle number. So when I do that, I go from one side, cross off my 1, cross off my 8, cross off my 2, cross off my 7, cross off my 3, cross off my 7, cross off my 5, my 6, and I'm left with my median, or my middle number, which is 5. Alright, we're going to do the second example. Now, we're going to find out what happens when you have 2 left over, what you have to do. So, let's see. I have my list of numbers. I'm going to go ahead and first put them in order. So I have a 1, I have a 2, a 3, no 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. Okay, they're in order. Now I'm going to cross them out. Trying to find that middle number. Oh no, I'm stuck with 2. Okay, what do? If I'm stuck with 2, I find the average of these two numbers. What is the average? So to find the average, I add them together. 5 plus 6 is 11. And I divide by how many numbers I have. 1, 2. Okay, how many times does 2 go into 11? 5. 5 times 2 is 10. Subtract, I have a remainder of 1, which I bring it up out of how many? 2. So my answer is 5.5. That is my middle number, 5 1/2. All right, now the next one we're going to do is mode. In mode, I always just remember mode is most, the number that occurs most often. So, again, I like to put, whenever I have a group of numbers, I like to always put them in order, just from greatest to least. So, let's see. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 5, 5, 6, 7, and then 8. Alright, and let's see, I have 5 twice and I have 7 twice. But that's okay because my mode can be both 5 and it can be 7. So that is my mode. It occurs most often. Alright, and the last but not least is the range. And this is the difference, subtraction, between the largest and the smallest numbers. Now again, to do this, I know some of you like to just look at, okay, 10 is going to be my biggest and 2 is going to be my smallest. But 1 is actually my smallest, and you would know that if you put your numbers in order first. And that's what I do every time because it just guarantees okay, this is the smallest and this is the biggest. So take the extra time to write it out in order, numerical order. 1, 2, 3, 3, 10, 10, 10, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I take the largest minus the smallest, so I have my largest 10, my smallest 10 minus 1 equals 9. That is my range. Alright, down at the bottom, I have name and then their age. And I have Josh, Emma, Chloe, Anna, Jack. I'm going to put Josh, 16, 2, 7, 4, and 20. Okay, and from these names, which just happen to be people in our class, you need to find the mean, the average, the median, okay, that middle number, the mode, which occurs most often, and the range, which is the highest, subtracting the lowest.